Here's a look at the market for Friday, August 27th, 2010. At E-mini Day Trader, we like to use these market profiles to give us a better handle of what we think the condition of the market is on a day-to-day basis. This is today's market profile. This was yesterday's. So the one in the middle here is what occurred overnight. We had mentioned to monitor the 46 to 48 area. It didn't really provide us much overnight, as you can see. We also suggested to monitor the 37-38 area, and of course that's where the market sold off early in the day session. It opened right here, had a big sell-off right down to that support area, basically turned around and rallied for the rest of the day. So that support area really worked great. This was the area that we were thinking that if it could get below that, then the market could have a severe downward move. But it obviously found some very strong buying when it got down there, and as a result basically rallied for the rest of the day. The 64 area is an interesting area. If it can hold above 64 Sunday evening and for a good part of Monday, then that's likely to act as support going into the rest of the week, at least for the next day or two. And so that would be obviously quite a bullish development. We also like to use the regular market profiles here in our analysis. Regular market profiles meaning the market profiles that are produced during the regular trading hours only, from 9:30 a.m. till 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. We also like to use our software, and as you can see, there's, if you haven't seen it before, so let me highlight, there's these down arrows which indicate sells and up arrows indicate buys. Whenever there is an up or a down arrow, here's a good example, you can see it easily, a couple of up arrows here, it will produce blue dashed lines at the price that we want to enter. So for example, this is where we entered a long trade right here. You can see another little dash on this blue arrow right here, which gave us a great trade early in the day where we got long right here, had a really nice up move immediately thereafter. So we did have a number of trades today. We had, and you can see this one down here was never filled. We had other trades here, as you can see, that we had a series of them filled long here and long here. The other trades that we had on, and we did have some short examples right in here too. And so our very first trade was a short right in here. So our first trade of the day, and it worked out pretty nicely. It only hit. And by the way, because the market was so volatile early in the day, we went ahead and reduced our position size. So our first trade here was actually only a 3/4 position. But it did hit our first two objectives, and so we only traded 3 contracts, or 3/4 of our position, and had a total of 3-point gain on that trade. This second trade, we got short right in here. Unfortunately, we were stopped out of that trade. We only did 2 cars, or 1/2 of position on that trade. And we did the same the next time the market came in here, which was our third trade for the day. Even though you see 3 down arrows, these 2, the second one up here was not filled, not traded, because we were already short when the market traded up to that short entry price. So this is our third trade today, and on that third trade we also had only half position, but it moved up very nicely in our second half. We were able to take 6 points out of the market on that trade, so it worked out great. Our fourth trade right here was a long trade, as you can see right here, and that trade worked out nicely, moved 2 1/4 points in our favor, and then we ended up by actually exiting when we got the short signal here, although as you can see our filter was dark green at that time, so we did not take that short filter, so there was no short trade, but we did exit here for a nice gain on the final partial on that trade as well. Our fifth trade of the day came in over here, which we did not take. It was a short trade here. Once again, you can see that the down arrow was happening here, and obviously we're not going to take a short trade when the filter is green like that. So our sixth trade here was it was a combination long trade right here. Some of our traders would have taken them individually and done very nicely with them, because you can see the market then did have a nice rally. But combining them together, we actually ended up with a break even on that trade. Our last trade of the day was right here, as you can see, with this up arrow and that little blue dashed line I had mentioned. And right after we got filled in that one, it did have a nice little rally, moved 2.5 points in our favor. So, and a half a point on the final partial on that trade. So, all in all, we ended up with 7 trades today. This was the 7th trade here. So nice day of trading. The market moved very, very nicely right off of our known support, and our bias is looking to change to up probably on Monday. Not totally confirmed yet, but with this kind of action we had today, more likely will get confirmed on Monday. So we're looking at support probably in around 54, although we think it could come at 64 if there's a gap opening overnight on Sunday. Then the 64 could actually act as support. So that's what we're looking for, and that's what we did today. So any questions or comments, please get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader.com. Our phone number's on the website as well. So thanks for taking the time to view the video. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.